Hello and welcome to a video tutorial brought to you by RiSight Studios. Today we're going to learn how to make our own Facebook icon using Adobe Illustrator. You can pretty much use any version of Illustrator because it's a very simple process. But there is a process regardless. So here is what I just took off of the internet, and here's what I ended up making before. So you can see this is vector, meaning it's actually pieces. I can pull them apart. Essentially, there is one, unless I'm doing, two, three, four pieces. I assessed that because I looked at this logo here, this icon, so I'm going to say icon, and I actually just looked at the different pieces there. It's got that one piece up there, it's got this border around there, and then it's got the blue background. And then the last piece is the F. So how did I make this? We're going to slide up here, and you get to see the different pieces that I used to create this. This actually, sorry, so sorry. This is a transparent piece that goes on top, and this is a border. Now, how did I create each one of these? Well, this is how I did it. First thing I did was I came over to my toolbar, pulled up the rectangle, and I made it into a square. Next, since I didn't want to go too crazy, I copied it, and I pasted it right in front. So now I have two, holding down the Option button and Shift, and now I have that one on top of that one. The next step was I filled in the one on the background with a solid blue. So I turned off the, let's go over here instead to color. I turned off the border by just making it no border. Then I came over here to the fill, and I actually already took the swatch here and I put it there. Now you see this is already on top of the wrong border, so we're going to take this and we're going to send back. So we're going to go Object, Arrange, Send back. Okay. So I see our border is too thin and too far from the actual edges. There's two things we can do. So let's pull up the let's set the stroke, and stroke should be right there. I'm not going to have to look all these settings or hide the options. So here's our stroke. And I'm going to jack it up and see if it starts looking good. Yeah, it's going to go back to show options because I'm actually to do something. And I'm going to put it on the outside. So now it's too big and it's too far. So you're going to play with that a little bit until it fits just right. That looks good to me. Maybe a little more. And now I'm going to actually take that and I'm going to make it opaque, meaning that I'm going to be able to see through it to the blue in the back. How to do that? You go into your transparency, and I'm going to make it just a simple 50%, and that should give me just about, now I have my blue border and my blue background. The next step is we need to create this guy. This is a little bit more complicated, but we're going to go through it together. First thing I do is I come over to my ellipse tool, and if you hold down your toolbar, you get this line up. See, I've already set that. I'm going to take it and I'm going to find, so it's just on top of it. Now, since I can't really tell, I better make it so it's actually the correct transparency. We're going to make this 25%. Okay? Now, we're going to make sure the swoop down here is the same as there, or close at least. It kind of fills up the top third of the page. And you see, we're not sure it's really aligned, so what I also do is I select everything here. I go into my Align palette, that's here, and I just center it right down the middle. The next step is, this is a little bit more complicated, and that's the Pathfinder step. Now, the problem with this step is that it could get very confusing as soon as you hit a button, but we're going to go through it. We're going to cut out this whole edge on the outside, and we just want this part right here, the little windshield, if you will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, I'm going to copy it, then I'm going to paste it in front. This doesn't look like anything happened, but actually there's two on top of each other. Next, I'm going to send it to front. Since it's still selected, I'm going to arrange, send to front, and there's my blue. And then after that, I'm going to select, holding down the Shift, both our ellipse and our square, or a rounded rectangle, they call it. And then the final step is I'm actually going to go to Pathfinder, and I only really use Divide because it pretty much does everything I want. So I just did something you can't really tell what happened, but now when I go to the Rect Selection tool, which is the white with the plus, I can grab this and pull it off. So as an interesting shape as that is, we don't need it right now. So I'm just going to hit the delete button on my keyboard. And there's the shape we do need. It's the wrong color, but it's the right shape. But below it is yet another piece. And we don't need this either, so let's delete that. So here's the correct one. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that white, clicking our swatch white, and then I'm going to make it transparent at 25%. All right, there it is. We have our shape. Now the last step in completing our icon is we need to put in our logo. Now, I already have a bunch of my logos here. Now, of course, if it's not vector, meaning that it's not, you don't see little points on it, it won't work for this purposes. But mine is, so it's okay. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab just the vector piece of the circle and I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to paste it right there. I'm going to bring it right here, holding on the shift, grabbing the corner. I'm going to make it bigger. And this is kind of when you make your own decisions on things. I'm going to get it right in there. Now make sure that this piece is on top, because even though it's white on white, it still looks better if it's the correct way. So I'm going to make sure that our windshield's all on the top. So I'm going to go Object, Arrange, bring to front. Not much of a change at all. But then there it is. You have our entire new icon. Now the last step is exporting this from Illustrator to a PNG file. So I'm just going to grab it and I'm going to, holding down the Option button, make a copy of it. And then I'm going to come over here to our artboard here. See the artboard tool? Click on that. And I'm just going to click on the outer edge. See, and it just clips it right out just the way I want it. I'm just going to click on it. Doesn't matter where it is as long as it's in the shape. And it highlights it, just that. I'm going to go to File, Save for Web and Devices. And then there's our PNG preview. You select your PNG preset, save, put it on your desktop, and the place you did it before, and then there it is all done. The last step, if you want to follow the rest of this, is putting it on Facebook. And I already have one up there, but we'll put up another one. Now, how do you do that? This is the easiest thing. Again, I already did this earlier, so this is why there's one already up there. Change picture, browse, find your icon. There it is. Open, and this one's actually not going to have the shadow, and that's the difference. And then now it's already done, view page. And then look, it changed your icon through the entire website wherever you made any comments. That is it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have yourself a lovely, insightful day.